for Jonathan to welcome on stage. And Jonathan will give a talk about Levana perpetuals. Please give a warm round of applause to Jonathan. Woo!
Hello, do I have a clicker?
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Enjoy.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about perpetual swaps. We're going to be talking about Levana's perpetual swap and a little bit about what is a perpetual swap and some of the interesting features and trading services that this can provide to your existing trading strategies and as an ecosystem in general. So about Levana Finance. So Levana Finance builds an innovative perpetual swap DEX. We've recently deployed to the Osmosis network. Some metrics, we've been live for about 2 weeks now. We have 2 markets, an Atom market and a Bitcoin market. And in total, we've had over $1.7 million worth of trading volume. So that's hundreds of thousands of dollars of trading volume right out of the gate with less than 150 active participants. So the initial feedback that we've had from the Osmosis community is that there's a high product market fit for the perpetual market on top of Osmosis. We currently support 30x leverage, with our main market being the Atom market, which is, again, Osmosis's bread and butter. The majority of DEX trading volume on Osmosis is around the Atom token. And we just recently launched the Bitcoin market, and we'll be launching an ETH market in the near future. So Levana actually is not a clone of any existing perpetual market in the space. The Levana perpetual swaps was written from scratch to be innovative and to solve a lot of the problems that are not currently solved by perpetual products in the market. So we spent the last 2 years of building perpetual products, and the design and development is the results of all of that hard work. There were a few core assumptions that we created, especially after the crash of Terra, that were important for us. For example, no stablecoins. Levana does not use stablecoins at all. In order to collateralize a position, in order to open a long or short position, or to be a liquidity provider, it's entirely within the notional asset. So that means on the Atom market, you're only using Atom. One of the advantages of this is that there's no impermanent loss. So no mark price. That means that there's no independent price from the external market found within our product. We found that many of the hacks or attacks against perpetual products in the market has been around the ability to be able to manipulate an internal price within the leverage trading platform that was fundamentally separate from the rest of the global market's price exposure. Next was no off-chain sequencing. Whereas some perpetual products have an order book that's off-chain, the order processing is off-chain, and or any other elements of how to package or process requests from users being off-chain, that leads directly in many cases to unfair advantages from insiders. And so that was something that we wanted to make sure wouldn't be a part of our protocol. Next is no risk fund. A risk fund is where if your protocol has a fear of insolvency, that it could end up with more debt than more debt than is contained within the liquidity pools of the system. So you need to create an external insurance fund or insurance pool. This means that the system is inherently designed not to be secure, and so no risk fund was a core tenet of our product. Next is we wanted to support multi-chain. We wanted to minimize the risk of insolvency or going into bad debt. We wanted to have low fees and to make it easy for anybody to be a liquidity provider. The core functionality of Levana is that you can take leverage long trades, leverage short trades. You can be a liquidity provider. Anyone can be a liquidity provider. And you can hedge external positions outside of our market that you may have. Now, with this core product, it means that you actually can participate from a few different angles. One is, of course, with leverage trading, you could be a degen trader, where you could use the leverage 30x for long and short positions to be able to profit from both the increase of the price of a crypto asset or the decrease of a price of a crypto asset. You could also take your staking to things like the Cosmos Validator or to other areas, staked ETH, and make it market neutral by shorting those assets with leverage. You can lock in profits during an unbonding period by taking out a short. In many cases, the unbonding period can be 2 to 3 weeks within Cosmos, and if you wanted to be able to lock in gains, a short is the perfect way to do that. Basis trading is another great strategy that we're excited to be able to bring to the market of Osmosis. Basis trading is where I might buy liquid staked Atom, and then I might take a short, which is getting paid through a funding rate, because in general, on perpetual swaps, you get paid to be short, especially when there's high turnout from retail. And so from this end, you're market neutral, and you're getting paid to hold the long form of the asset, and you're getting paid to hold the short form of the asset. So you're market neutral, getting paid from both ends. And real yield generation for non-working assets. Bitcoin has always struggled with safe ways in order to be able to generate yield, and perpetual swaps are the best way to do that. And then through the ability to create single-sided assets that can generate real yield, you can build interesting gamification modules, like, for example, lossless lotteries. The competitive advantage that Levana has is that we're proudly native to Cosmos. We are built in Cosmwasm, in Rust, and we want to be wherever the Cosmos ecosystem grows. We will eventually enable permissionless market creation. We minimize the risk of insolvency, and we make it very easy for third parties to come and build on top of our service because everything is on-chain. We have permissionless liquidity pools, whereas some of our competitors, only insiders, are able to provide liquidity to the perpetual swap. We allow for 2 forms of liquidity providing: LP tokens, which can instantly be unbonded, and XLP tokens, which can be unbonded permissionlessly over a 45-day period. And then segmented markets, which means that we can launch new markets without adding risk to the existing ecosystem. Adding new markets means that, without risk, means that whenever there's a meme coin of the week, the new Pepe or whatever it is that comes to market, as long as it's available in Osmosis, we can instantly spin up a permissionless perpetual market that will allow anybody to be able to deposit or trade with leverage, long or short. When you look across at our competitors, there's a number of different things that go into what we have built and give us advantageous features. Now, both DYDX and GMX are fabulous products that have taken different approaches to building leverage than what we have, and they both are massive successes. But the fact that we got to build later meant that we had plenty of time to look at the design decisions that they made and some of the sacrifices that they made, primarily around things like having a frontier, allowing the leverage of any asset, which is what is the core namesake of Levana. Levana is an acronym which stands for leverage any asset. So that is not possible to build on GMX because of the tail risk factor or contagion risk factor of GLP. Because of the centralized elements on off-chain sequencing and contagion risk of cross-market margin for DYDX, that's also not possible. Levana cannot create bad debt. Levana can allow users to LP. Levana does not rely on stablecoins maintaining their stability, and Levana is not subject to spot price manipulation. So these are some of the advantages that we've built from a core technical aspect, which are advantageous over some of our competitors. We've created siloed peer-to-peer pool systems, which means that users can instantly come into a market and out of a market without the need to wait for a counterparty. And those markets are easy to hedge for LPs and have no maker-taker models. They have high targeted utilization with no impermanent loss, and leverage and depositing into the pools. Those assets are utilized both for long and short markets. So you don't end up with like what we see in some of the other perpetual swaps where in the liquidity pools, they're about 50% stablecoins and 50% crypto assets. When the market is long, the stables sit underutilized. When the market is short, the crypto assets sit underutilized. We can maintain a high utilization ratio regardless of market conditions. We maintain balance between the long and short positions through a dynamic funding rate, which is broken up on a per market basis. This makes it easy for basis traders or cash and carry bots to be able to come in and then rebalance the system. They're incentivized to rebalance the system, which reduces risk from liquidity providers and maintains delta neutrality to the system, ensuring that the system maintains its well-funded nature. And there's yield generation, which is one of the most important aspects of being able to have an open system where anybody can come in and provide liquidity. We're seeing today on our Atom market that we have around $30,000 worth of Atom, which is paying out with no bonding period over 40% APR, and with a 45-day bonding period is paying out over a 70% APR. These are only possible with open markets. And obviously, as the product grows and as an equilibrium is reached, then the APR will come down to something probably a little bit more reasonable than that, because those are higher than what we anticipated. But it's exciting to see that trading activity on Osmosis is so high that the fees are well compensating LPs beyond the risk-free rate of staking Atom to validators or purchasing liquid stake tokens. We've improved significantly upon the GLP model from GMX. We make it easier to hedge your positions if you're doing complex strategies. We have no impermanent loss. It's cheaper for us to bootstrap new markets. We can bootstrap a market for as low as $10,000 of notional assets. And there's no contagion risk of opening up new markets for previous liquidity pools. We collateralize everything in crypto assets, so that we optimize the utilization and we don't subject ourselves to stablecoin risk. Because of our high utilization, we can have competitive pricing, both in terms of the fees that we pay out to liquidity providers and to the fees that we collect from the customers on the platform. This competitive pricing, coupled with unique features, will give Levana an edge in the growing decentralized financial market. We have a multi-chain strategy. We are inspired by the Mars's hub and spoke model. Levana is designed to ensure that it can easily operate across different blockchain platforms within the Cosmos ecosystem and even beyond within the EVM ecosystem. Our first deployment to Osmosis marks a significant step in Levana's growth and its commitment to provide versatile financial solutions. We are interested in expanding to anywhere that CosmWasm is supported. We have open conversations with Sei, Neutron, Archway, Terra, Secret, Kajira, Injective, Kava, and Stargaze. We're really excited to be able to have Levana exist throughout the entire Cosmos. And we're excited based on the success of the Hedgie and Blueberry models of NFT membership cards for other existing perpetual swaps to be able to take Levana NFTs from our previous projects and be able to incorporate them as reward cards, which will open up new features and offer premium services within our products. Our goals are really to be deployed on 6 Cosmos chains in the next 12 months, to launch a DAO, to enable permissionless markets, to have NFT membership cards, to launch a Levana token with the ticker LVN, and to create third-party market-neutral vaults, which make it really easy to do complex trading strategies by simply just depositing your crypto assets into Levana vaults. I want to thank you. You can contact us on Levana_protocol, and if you're interested in playing a game, Levana loves games. We brought a collectible card game where we are offering prizes for the first person that can collect all 44 of our collectible stickers, which you can get from right over here, or Zahava has a whole bunch of them that she'll be passing out after this lecture. If you collect all 44 of them, we have amazing prizes, with the first prize being a 1,000 Osmo token. So thank you so much for listening. It's been really exciting to do this. We've passed the $1.7 million in trading in just 2 weeks. I can't even imagine where we're going to be in another 6 months. Thank you so much.